During the colder and snowier months, it's nice if you can get outdoors and enjoy the wintertime activities. Unfortunately, some of those can be dangerous, especially if you're heading out on the ice. In fact, back on Saturday, March 9th, over 100 people were stranded out on Lake Erie. This is the western basin of Lake Erie near CATAWBA Island, Ohio. We started to see the ice melt and the winds begin to howl, and we actually started to see the ice break away and start to drift out to sea. And again, numerous people needed to be rescued, and the Coast Guard was called on in from the lake and from the air. We saw rescue efforts underway. In fact, all in all, the Coast Guard rescuing 46 people on March 9th in Lake Erie. Up to 150 people at one point were stranded on the ice. And like I mentioned, the weather plays a big factor in when we see these events. And of course, late winter, early spring is a time where this happens quite frequently. Here's a view from above. You can see in Lake Erie the ice breaking on up, and it just causes a very hazardous scenario for everyone venturing out on the ice and the rescuers that have to go out and risk their lives. So it's best to avoid this, especially this time of year. It's known as an ice floe. Well, what exactly is it? Like I said, temperatures begin to warm, the ice begins to thaw and melt just a little bit. Then we can see some strong winds or perhaps an abrupt change in wind direction. That destabilizes the ice, and we start to see little pieces break off and float away. And like I said, it's a seasonal hazard this time of year in the Great Lakes. So exactly what is an ice floe? The simple definition, it's a sheet of floating ice caused by those warming temperatures and gusty winds this time of year. So be safe if you plan on heading out, or better yet, don't head out at all. For WeatherNation, I'm meteorologist Joe Astolfi.